Hey, Sangriaz from the Hidden Level Show, and welcome to Sit Down with Sangriaz, episode 13. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have slowed down a little bit in terms of making videos for new games, and I changed my style a little bit as well. And I've been doing more voiceovers. I don't know if you like that. I'm trying, but it's still not easy for me to find the time and place, and so sometimes the volume is very low and sometimes the volume is okay, and there's some noises involved that I have to kind of do post processing with and stuff like that. But let's see how this goes. And also the other is, if you noticed in my podcast, instead of that we're going to be making a video or whatever, I try to shout out other content creators because I like to work as a kind of a collaborative team, because the games that I could play, I have limited time. The other content creators have limited time. So I can't create content with every game that I want to. So realistically, that I just gonna shout out the other content creators, and if you want to give me a like, if you want to give them a like, no problem. As long as you get your guys and you get your information, I'm happy that I could help you out. All right, as usual with this podcast, we're gonna be talking about some Xbox news and what came to Game Pass last week, and then the new section that I started a couple weeks ago. I hope that's being helpful for you guys. It's extremely helpful for me to organize and figure out what games I want to play from the past. I got a huge backlog, and it's always difficult to decide what to play. So this kind of information is very helpful. And then the main meat of the podcast, which is the releases and DLC and updates from last week, and how long it takes to complete them, and where to find the guys and all the information. And we'll end with what games I'm looking forward to this week. All right, let's get started with some news. I got a lot this week. So Xbox is working to get the next Fallout game sooner than later. As you know, these Bethesda RPG games, it takes forever. It takes like 10 years for them to get a next one out. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but the recent success with the Amazon Prime Fallout drama, I think, is what's driving. You gotta hit while the iron's hot. There's gonna be season 2 coming out, so at the very least, I think try to coincide with the drama's release or whatever is the best idea. But I don't know if they can do that. I don't know how far they are into Fallout 5 development yet. The drama probably comes out. Season 2 is probably coming out like next year. Can they finish the game in like 1 year from now? I have no idea. We'll see how that goes. And then we had IGN and ID at Xbox collaborating together to put a showcase out. And a lot of new games were shown. A lot of old games were like updated. Like they gave us an update on them. But I will only cover the Game Pass stuff. You can find all the information on either on the IGN website or the news.xbox.com, the Xbox official blog, or even like sites like True Achievements cover this. So the games that were announced for Game Pass were Q Games Limited revealed a Game Pass co-op puzzle game called All You Need Is Help. Claymore Game Studios announced that the Commandos Origins is coming to Game Pass. This is the reboot of the first game. Not reboot of the first game, but we're going back to the origins, as the title says. Our action RPG Dungeon of Hinterberg got an Xbox Game Pass release date. This was already confirmed for Xbox Game Pass, but now it has a release date. Gamera Games just launched the Rewinder into Game Pass on that day, and then they announced 4 more games for Game Pass. They are Kepler, Firework, Deep Personalization, and Volcano Princess. Uh, PlayStation console exclusive puzzle game Humanity was announced for Xbox Game Pass and is coming in May. So that's all the Game Pass news that came out of the IGN ID showcase. A lot more games were announced, so if you're into indie games like I am, go check that out. Microsoft has announced the 2024 Xbox Game Showcase will be held on June 9th. So we're gonna be hearing more about some new Game Pass stuff, first party and third party games. So update on them, and maybe possibly like release dates for Indiana Jones and all that, like confirmed release dates, stuff like that. So I look forward to it. And they did not mention what event will be following, and they call it Redacted Direct. But the speculation is that it is a Call of Duty focused event. But that is a rumor, so it's not confirmed to be a Call of Duty event. But it seems likely it is the first one. There will not be a Bethesda showcase or Blizzard Con this year separately. The Xbox Game Showcase will be covering all of that, so it makes sense. The Call of Duty is one of the biggest games they are coming out this year, so yeah, let's do it. Xbox 360 store is closing on in July. It's got about 3 months to pick up any games that is not backwards compatible. The backward compatible games that are available in the Xbox One and Series store, they will continue to be available to purchase, but the non-backward compatible that you could only play on Xbox 360 console, they will be delisted. So especially the digital only ones, you might want to pick up as if you're still wanting them. I would like to list some good games right now, but I don't have anything on top of my head. So if you want to give me some suggestions in the comments or whatever, I'm gonna try to gather more like from off my list and as well as ask others and then cover it in a future podcast. So it might give you some ideas on what to pick up. But I will give a periodic reminder on the podcast until the store closes in July. Bethesda announced that Starfield is finally getting a 60 FPS mode, performance mode on Xbox Series X. This is a Series X only mode. You cannot do it on Series S or, but I don't know if if this is a good thing or not. I know a lot of you like 60 FPS and say that it's a must, but to me, I've been playing since NES days when 30 FPS was even like you know that was even a luxury at that time. So and I'm okay with good looking games at 30 FPS or 60 FPS. I don't have 120 or 240 FPS capable monitor display, so that I can't even compare that. But 30 or 60, I am okay either way. Especially like sometimes I see like complaints about very static puzzle games or something like that, saying that it needs a 60 FPS mode. I don't know. I think that's a little bit overdoing it. I understand it for games like Starfield, which is an FPS. It's a smoother frame rate. It looks better. That's all great. But in the end, I think it's the content that matters the most. And I like stable frame rates rather than 60 FPS or 30. If it's 25 FPS but it's stable, I'm okay. I don't like it dropping in and out. Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think. That's all the news I have for you. A lot compared to most days. And then let's look at some Game Pass games that came out last week. Last week we added Have a Nice Death, The Reminder, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition to Game Pass. Have a Nice Set and Tomb Raider are games that have been out for a while, and I have the information about how long it takes to complete in the other video called How Long to Beat, joining Game Pass. And Rewinder, I'll talk about in the next section when I talk about the releases. So, what are the top five gamers playing? This section talks about the games that the top five gamers are playing, but been out for a while. They're not the newer games that I already talked about recently in the podcast or covered in a video or something like that. But it's been out for like 6 months, a year or more, and they just picked it up. That gives me a good idea what to play. So I hope that's helpful. Beyond the Doors, a title update came out a while ago, but it was broken for a long time. It's finally fixed this week, so we've all been playing it. But the problem is the original 1000 gamer score is now difficult because the game is freezing and you have to you lose control of the character, and this is a precision platformer, so this makes it very difficult. The only solution is to go offline and play the game and then go online to unlock the achievement. It's a bit of a hassle, and the update was fixed, but it was very very messy. I don't like to say that we should not support our developers because the game is okay, but in this case, unfortunately, I have to say that you probably should give it a pass if you are at 0G and you haven't even bought the game or whatever. If you still want to support the developer, maybe buy the game but not play it, is my suggestion. So I think the game is okay. The Windows version is at a weird gamer score, like 737 or something, and the developers have said that they're not gonna fix the gamer score. I don't know if they're gonna patch the game because the same updates are broken, but they're not fixing the gamer score itself, and I don't know if they can do more updates. So not really sure about this one. Missile Command Recharge. This is one of the recharged games, and these recharged games, some of them are very difficult, close to impossible. Some of them are very easy. This one is apparently one of the 2 to 3 hour game that I missed. I like Missile Command, so might go back to this one. The Beacon, I already completed and I have a guide planned for it. I have the full recording. The True Achievement walkthrough is great, and because I have a video recording, I didn't want to mention it, but someone played this, so I'm gonna cover it here. So very very easy completion, maybe 3 to 4 hours. A lot of missables though, so you have to follow the achievement guide pretty closely. Alright, so that's all the games that the top 5 gamers are playing. So let's get to the last week's releases and then DLC and updates. So let's talk about the week's releases in chronological order as usual, and then I'll go over the DLC and updates after this. The first one is the Rewinder. It launched into Game Pass day 1 with 2000 gamer score. The additional 1000 gamer score comes from the Root of Evil DLC. It is not a free update, but it costed only $1. So I suggest you support the publisher by buying this DLC if you enjoy the main game. It takes about 5 hours to complete, and Welsh Hunter has a guide for getting all 2000 gamer score. Front Mission 2 Remake is the remake of the legendary SRPG from the PS1 days. I don't have too much more to say. If you enjoyed the original game, you'll love this one. The top gamer has 560 gamer score at 53 hours. Tales from Candleforth is a collection of fairy tales that were written on top of a forbidden book many years ago to hide its content. I don't know too much about this game, but the premise sounds interesting. The top gamer has 880 gamer score at 13 hours. Fall of Elena Temple is the second game in the Elena Temple series. It launched with 2000 gamer score. You need to beat all 20 levels in the main game plus the 3 bonus rooms that open up after you complete the game. It should take about 1 hour to complete, and a guide is coming soon to our channel. Space Mercenary Defense Force is this week's East Asia soft game. It launched with 2000 gamer score, Vampire Survivors-like game but with spaceships. I really enjoyed it. It should take about 4 hours to complete, and a guide is available on our channel. Roofcats band Suika Style is our first Suika Style game on Xbox. You drop items to combine them and make them bigger, eventually ending up with the biggest ones, and you score a lot by making bigger and bigger combinations. The completion should take about 6 hours. I haven't tried the game yet, so I don't know if we'll be doing a guide or not for this one. MotoGP 24 is the latest in the yearly motorcycle game series. If you played the previous MotoGP games, you know what to expect. Completion should take about 20 hours. Full Metal Surgeon. It says this is a management game, but here's the description from the store. Be the drill instructor. Insult recruits with no remorse. Can you transform flabby recruits into lean war machines within 12 weeks? It should take about 2 hours to complete. Sclash is a plug-and-play 2D samurai fighting game full of tension where one hit is enough to kill. It looks like unlock all achievement is broken, otherwise it should take about 10 hours to complete. Armed and Gelatinous Couch Edition is the ultimate multiplayer party game that pits friends and family against one another in a fast-paced cosmic brawl. It should take about 3 hours to complete. Candle Night is a 2.5D action-adventure platformer where you wield your flame to overcome menacing creatures lurking in the shadows of a ruined castle. Use the dynamic difficulty system to your advantage, traverse challenging platforming sections, and solve cryptic puzzles inside surreal paintings. Top Gamer has 290 gamer score in 3 hours. Pool Slide Story is a Kairosoft management simulation game. This time it's all about pool slides. It should take about 8 hours to complete. Manga Works is another Kairosoft management simulation game. This time, as the title might suggest, is about manga. It should take about 15 hours to complete. MiceGard is a top-down action-adventure game where you are a mouse guard fighting for your village. The game has Xbox and Windows stat. There is an invincibility mode that makes the completion a breeze. It should take about 25 minutes to complete. We have a guide available on our channel. Cyber Citizen Shockman 3, The Princess from Another World, is a retro game reborn with additional features like cheats, rewind, and fast forward. Just turn on invincibility, one-hit kill, and go through the game on normal and hard to complete. It should take about 30 minutes to complete. The guide is coming soon to our channel. That's it for all the full releases. Let's talk about DLC and updates. Vampire Survivors got a surprise free update called Laboratory. It adds 7 achievements, 35 gamer score. It is a free update. It takes about 30 minutes to complete, and we have a guide on our channel. The next one, Sea of Thieves, got a Season 12 update, 7 achievements, 150 gamer score. Broken Mind got Title Update 2. With 5 achievements, 1000 gamer score. If you have completed the game already, just open up the game and load up, press continue, and everything should unlock. Trophy Tom has a good guide on this game. Nephenthesis got title update 2 with 5 achievements, 1000 gamer score. You just need to kill more enemies. It should take anywhere from 1 to 20 minutes depending on how many kills you already have. A guide is available on our channel. Turret Rampage also got a title update 2, 5 achievements, 1000 gamer score. You just need to turn the turret around back and forth. It should take anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes depending on how many turns you already did. Guide is available on our channel. That's it for the DLC and updates that came out last week. So this week we got a few games that I'm kind of interested about, but not really too excited about either. Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs. If you know me, you know I like Pac-Man, but I don't like Battle Royale. So this is a Pac-Man Battle Royale game. So I don't know what to think of it. I, as a Pac-Man fan, I'm gonna try it out. But as someone that doesn't enjoy Battle Royale so much, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or hate it or what. Rainbow Cotton is a game from back in the day, 3D shooting like rail shooter, and it's a good one. I like the Rainbow the shmup series. Gift is an adventure game that I don't know too much about, but I do like the art style, and I would like to try this one out. So that's all the releases that I'm kind of keen on. Uh, I'm definitely gonna be trying Pac-Man and probably Rainbow Cotton, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes, and I think May is gonna be a very busy month for me. So I don't know how much game time I'm gonna have, but let's see how this goes, and let me know how your May's getting out, like what games you're planning to play and stuff like that. Thanks for listening. I'm Sangriaz. This is was episode 13 of Sit Down with Sangriaz. Subscribe if you haven't yet to our channel. Like this video if you found the podcast enjoyable and you had fun with it. And leave some comments. I love listening to your feedback and what's on your mind, and just shooting breathe with you guys. We got a Discord chat channel server. You can find it in the description. You can join that, and we can hang out. All right. So until next time, have a great week, and I'll see you on the next video very soon.